What's up guys, how's it going? I'm personally really excited for this video, and that's because a few days ago Aire put out their new product for 2020, and that is the Aire Cub.
New for 2020, the Aire Cub is built with ultimate river play boating in mind. From R1 to R3 applications, we'll be having fun in rowdy and technical whitewater.
The Aire Cub is not the smallest boat that Aire's putting out there on the lineup. That actually goes into the tributary boats. There's a little 9-foot tributary boat, but that's a different story. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. And the Cub is very different from the classic Puma. If you guys are at all familiar with the Puma lineup, sorry, not Puma, Puma lineup. Ugh, lineup. The Cub is actually modeled after the High-Side Mini-Max, which was a very popular boat when it first came out and is still a very popular boat in today's world. I actually got to demo the Cub this past summer. I know I've talked about in the video previous to this, and I actually had a blast when I demoed it. I demoed it both as R1 rower, which is just me in the boat, just me and my gear, and I demoed it with 5 people in the boat, which I don't recommend, but it is possible.
Let's paddle forward! Whoa! Right side! There we go! Let's go! Woo! All right! Good job, guys! That's a good view. Go back to it.
Alright guys, I'm going to go over a few of the specs of the boat, starting with the overall boat length, and the length is listed at 10'7", which is actually an inch longer than I thought the boat was. I thought the Cub was a 10.5-foot boat. Apparently I was wrong. The diameter of the tubes is 18 inches, which is a couple inches smaller than the Storm from RMR, but you know, if everyone did the same thing, then how would we have different boats out there in the world anyway? The inner width of the Cub is about 5 foot 2 inches, so it's a decent amount. You got lots of legroom in there. 4 people might be really cozy. I know 5 people was extremely cozy when I did it with 5 people going down the river. There are going to be 3 chambers in the Cub. There'll be 2 on the outside, of course, and then there's the floor. And if you guys want to count the thwarts at all, you can count the thwarts as well. When my boat comes in April, I'm going to have 2 thwarts with it, so all in all, if you guys want to count the thwarts, like I said, I'll have a 5-chamber boat. The Cub is going to be made out of the same 1670 PVC denier that all Aire boats are made out of, except for the tributary and the back raft. It's the same material, it should be the same feel, and it's got the same urethane bladder on the inside, so basically built the spec from all the other Aire boats out there on the market, so that's really cool to see. The number of D-rings that are going to be on the Cub are going to be 8. There's going to be 1 on the bow and stern, and then 3 on each side. So you could use these to get the perimeter line, the chicken line, the danger rope, whatever you call that rope that runs around the outside of the boat. You get that really tight, no worries about that, and no worries about it creating really big holes. There's going to be a 10-year warranty on this boat, which is really cool. The boat is priced at about $3,000, so it can be a little steep for some people. It's not a Rocky Mountain raft, it's an Aire. They're expensive. It sucks to say, but Aire boats are expensive. But that 10-year warranty, you know, that'll cover you for the life of the boat. You'll definitely get your money's worth out of the boat. So it's really cool to see that they're putting a 10-year warranty on it. And you can go out there, have fun, bang it up, you know, beat it up. As long as you're in the 10-year warranty, you should be fine. The boat itself weighs 61 pounds. So it's a little bit of a disappointment, especially if you like to fly internationally. It's above that 50-pound mark, so you can't keep it as a carry-on or any other than that. You can separate the floor. The Aire is going to keep their traditional floor design in there. At least they did on the demo, where it's actually stitched. The floor is actually stitched in, so you could actually pull the floor out and ship it that way. If you're traveling international, anyway, it'd be fun to do. I haven't done it yet, but if you guys do that, that's just sweet. You guys are awesome. From looking at the video that Aire put out and kind of going back against my own memory, it looked like there is going to be a few more D-rings, and then on the boat than I demoed on was. Maybe a bit of my feedback got back to him, but my biggest issue with the demo boat was that the D-rings were not really spaced in a position to actually put kind of handles or any sort of tie line across the boat along the thwart line at all. I have to go back and look at my videos. It might have been that way. It might not have been that way. I don't remember. It was months ago, and I'm currently busy with something else at the moment. So I don't remember too much about that. All I know is it's a fun boat, and I did have issues with the D-rings at the time. Hopefully that's fixed. I do have two issues with the boat, with how it is at the moment. The first issue being with the lack of handles on the boat. And the boats I like, to use, I like to have a good position where I can grab onto the boat. And most of the airboats, the Pumas are notorious to this for me, and the Cub now. Just the lack of handles. I know you could have Aire Custom put them on there for you. That could be a bit pricey depending on how many handles you want on there. I also know that they're trying to keep the price lower, trying to get the boats out to more people and making them affordable for more people. So that's where they're kind of skimping on a few things, kind of in my mind anyway. So the handles, I'm going to put my own on there. I will do a video about that when I get the Cub in April, like I said. But the handles are a big issue for me. I like something sturdy to grab onto. And sometimes those perimeter lines, whatever you call them, are a little hard to grab onto, especially if you put them on there really tight. You can barely even get a hand into them sometimes. My second issue with the Cub right now is the lack of D-rings that are actually in the boat. I like to have somewhere to clip my bags into. I carry bags out in the river with me. I carry a first aid kit. I carry a little bag. It's got Z-drag hardware if I ever need to use that stuff. I try not to use that stuff, but I like to have it on hand in case I use that stuff. Water bottles, I always rig to flip. I always clip it in because I've flipped the little boats a lot, and it sucks to lose your stuff down the river. It really does. And now that I've actually got a bag for my camera to take with me, my big camera here anyway, I don't have to lug around my box anymore. I really like the spot to clip my bag in there so I'm not losing my, $1,000 setup I've got here down the river, and there it goes forever, and I have to make that money back somehow. So I like to have something in the boat to clip into. When I was using the demo boat, I actually wrapped a couple straps around the thwarts and clipped in everything that way, which worked great for me, but if you have two other people in the boat with you, it could be a little hard trying to rearrange gear in there. And the bow and the stern for me in all boats is a nice spot to clip in gear because people aren't usually there, especially in these little boats. You're sitting back in those paddling positions, you're paddling that boat down the stream, and you're really hardly up in the front of the boat. Unless you're at some big sports event where you got a whole bunch of people piled in there and you're seeing how many people you can fit in the Cub and surf it. Who knows? So those are my two big problems about the Cub at the moment. When I get my boat in April, I say that a lot because I'm really excited for it, and I'm going to do a lot of work to that boat when it comes in April. I'm going to fix those problems when they come in. I'll probably start with the D-rings because they're quite a bit cheaper than buying handles, because each of the handles you get from Aire right now is just under 50 bucks, and that sucks for two handles. But start with D-rings for now, and then move on from there. But I hope you guys are excited as I am for this new boat that's coming out. I'm super excited when it comes in April. I keep saying that. I'm excited. I want my boat right now. I want to go rafting. I don't want to go skiing anymore. I want to go rafting. So, check out you guys in the next video, whenever that is, and definitely be more excited when my boat comes in April. So, bye-bye.